Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, all. Can y'all hear me?
Yep.
All right, well, I missed my first deadline of getting my decisions in last night, but I got them in this morning, guys. So I'll say that's a mulligan on that one for my part.
Yeah.
That's okay.
It's okay as long as we get them in before Sunday. And
Yeah.
like,
Well, I just want to make sure that you and Nikki both have time to work on your portions, and so
yeah.
Good morning, Muhammad.
Good morning. How are you?
Good, and yourself?
Good.
We'll just wait a few minutes and see if our Romanian team.
Also, I don't know if you guys noticed that we have a new section that comes in this week too.
The TQM.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is all the training stuff for the.
They could also probably just join in with us while
Yeah,
we're
no,
thing, because they're just coming here to see the stuff. I don't necessarily think that they're getting like a super grade or anything, other than having to be there for the presentation.
Okie dokie. That's what that's all about. Start with official draft. Well, since I think most of you guys have at least two or a couple of the ones I can take on this TQM initiatives.
That's fine. I don't remember exactly how the TQM and stuff actually work.
It's I just kind of read through real quickly on the manual, and it's basically just different things that help increase either. So for instance, if we're really into high-end products, we might want to put more money into the quantity function deployment effort, because that helps reduce the R&D cycle time, as well as moves the time required to move a product on a perceptual map and increases the demand for the product. Quantity produces reduction in labor costs, so on and so forth. So basically, it's just stuff that helps us in various areas, depending on what we need to get done. So I guess before we even do that, then, because we'll need to get that in before, I guess Nikki starts doing the production and finance area. What areas need to be improved in regards to how's our labor, material, the cost and whatnot? And if any of those could go down, or what things do we need to work on, I guess. Because there's one that drives reduction in material cost, vendor relations and just-in-time inventory controls, reductions in material costs, administrative costs, reductions in labor cost, improve distribution channels and lead to increased demand for any of our products. Reduction reduces the time project takes to move products on a perceptual map. There's a United Nations environmental program which provides guidance to the various businesses and whatnot, and these improve or help reduce material costs and raise demand for your product, because customers prefer companies that are environmentally friendly. Reduce admin costs, time to move on perceptual map, increase demand for the product, reduce labor and material costs, reduces material costs and provides some reduction in labor costs. So material, labor costs, perceptual map, increased demand, looks like those are all, we can kind of adjust those depending on how we want to do it, but it all costs something. So I guess that's where I'm looking for labor, material, admin costs, any of those outrageous that we need to kind of work on. And I know it's probably gonna be kind of hard since we just killed two I guess chips products. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't think the material costs compared to like the rest of the industry isn't really super out of there. I think we're just having problems, like we're carrying inventory over every year instead of being able to sell it all. So I'm wondering if like demand would be a good one to go into least a little bit.
Yeah.
So I think that's where we're having issues, is just being able to sell the stuff.
Well, I increased all of the marketing material since we got rid of those other two. I try to put some of that money into all the other avenues that we're going to be marketing in. So email, print, direct mail, so on and so forth. And then even increased the, what was that? The sales portion, or the distribution portion. I put more in those too. So those should hopefully help the demand a little bit. But yeah, I'm going to put some of these in the demand area on here too and see what that does. And likely then I will pull down our projected sales by about maybe 100 or 200 to see if we can reduce some of the amount of that way. All right, so I used $5,000 in this TQM initiative to increase the various types of trainings in relationship or support. So now with that, for the projected impact for increase in demand, the worst case scenario is 1.9 increase. The best case scenario is a 2.6% increase. And for the most part, everything should probably get impacted by just at least a 0.1%, with the exception of maybe admin cost and cost reduction. But labor cost reduction, time and inventory, R&D cycle, that should all be impacted a little bit for the positive. All right, so I've updated my official decisions too on the marketing side of things. So that should hopefully bring down our overall inventory, which is,
Yeah, compared to the industry, we're running a lot, almost double what the rest of the industry has in inventory.
so I wonder if I should go a little more drastic so we could reduce, or maybe produce less, I guess, right, would be the.
Yeah, we might be able to just cut production in half for this year and see how that goes, and make sure that we sell out that inventory.
Yeah, because we want a little cushion, but I don't want as much as we've been, because I've noticed
Right.
that.
And our prices don't, like, our prices really aren't that. We can maybe up the price on some of the, like on Able and Acre, a
I've
little
upped
bit
I upped the price on everything by about 50 cents
for this year.
for this coming year. Yes.
Okay.
Basically,
So
year
that
over
should
year,
help there.
I've been trying to increase the price by at least 50 cents each time.
Hmm. Yeah, I'm just looking at the rest of the market and seeing how their sales are, because some of our products are pretty similar to everyone else's. I don't really see anything else that kind of sticks out that we might need to adjust.
Yeah, I would just probably reduce production by a little bit, and that should help our overall second shift if we produce. As long as we haven't, I mean, we got $44,000 in inventory right now. So, I mean,
Yeah, I'm just like, we're gonna have enough even. We almost, based on inventory compared to what we sold last year, we actually have enough almost an inventory to just sell if we had the same year as last year. Which I think that's kind of why we ended up with the emergency loan and stuff. We produced more than we were able to sell, and then
Way too much.
mhm.
so I believe that's Nikki. I think you're the one that's on production.
Yeah. I'm looking at it.
On the human resources side of things, what does the complement mean again? The needed complement, first shift complement, and second shift complement.
Let's see.
Dandy manual back up. sufficient workers complement is what.
Yeah, you need to have that many workers to avoid having to pay people overtime. You want to do as much as you can in the first shift complement because the second shift is do 50%
Overtime.
more. Yeah, and it's 50% more in overtime. So I have it set up so that we won't have anybody going into overtime, but we're still keeping workers steady. I reduced the recruiting spend and kept the training hours the same.
You think that's good though? Because I mean, we have the highest turnover out of all of the 9.2. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just asking the question.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, my idea was that we were trying to reduce costs so we could get out of this hole. So I was reducing where I could because we're still meeting the production goals and stuff, even with that turnover. Is my understanding. We're not losing that many people to affect our production. Because there's zero separated, so we're just adding new employees. Is my understanding of how this works. Down some. Yeah, right. We're not losing any employees, like the total or whatever. I think the 92.2% is just the in and out of people during the period.
Okay. Cool. Muhammad, how you feeling on your decisions, man?
For R&D, it's fine. You make all the 3 products in the same year, but I have concern about the time queue management, what you did, because I remember for this simulation when I take it in bachelor degree, I remember it's like we have to put it like 2 rounds and just 2 rounds. And what I was remember, it's like all of this, it's like 2,000.
And that was for which decision area again? I'm
For
sorry.
Time management.
Time management.
The TQM one that's new.
TQM.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the one I was working on just a little earlier.
Yeah.
So what did you have?
It's we use it for just 2 rounds, and we bought like 2,000 for everything.
Okay.
I don't know if that's work with us or not, but like what I was remember, Dr. Jomas, she said that's the best decision for TQM.
You just use it 2 rounds or
yeah, just 2 rounds, and because also when I take the class operation management, Dr. H, he make like game in the class, and he said just the team who used TKM just for 2 times, during the simulation, they're gonna win.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't know if you read something in the manual for different or not.
Well, we could, I mean, this will be the first time we used it, so we'll
Yeah.
use it this time and then maybe the next time and see where our numbers are at. Because I mean, if I could see that working if you have all your other financials in order, but since ours are kind of all over the place as it is right now, it might be wise to use that to our benefit. So like those areas where increasing demand or increasing, whatever else. But this will be the first time, and then next time will be the second time, and then we'll reevaluate after that and see where
Okay.
use it anymore. But that's good to know,
Yeah,
though. So
yeah,
I mean,
definitely keep that. We'll keep that in mind. I think that's something important to. Because I vaguely remember this. It's been so long since I've done this in undergrad to actually remember these TQM stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if we even like when I was in undergrad, we even had this section because I don't even recognize it. Which it's been like 6 years since.
heck, man, I had international business. I think it was about a year ago now, and I don't even remember using this thing too much.
Right. Yeah, I don't think we did use it in international business.
I can't.
Think like I know how to play around it too.
I'm sorry, say that again, Nikki. Couldn't really hear you.
No, I was just saying I don't think Stoiker know how to play around this Capsim thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so. But I have what I did in bachelor. I put it in the Excel. I can post it in the group if you want. Look.
That might be useful to have kind of an idea of how it worked in your situation. Because I'm not sure if it's exact same kind of events and stuff in the simulation compared to like a previous running of it, but it would be good to have that to compare. If you're okay with doing that.
Okay, I will post, but I think this.
That was quick.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So in regards to everything else we're doing, because I mean, I'll take a look at this kind of in, or not here in the group meeting. Is there anything else you guys are kind of concerned about as of right now, or you guys feel pretty good that we've kind of touched base at least and where we're at? Because I think we still just got to get, I think it's production today and then finance today and then production tomorrow, or I can't remember which way we said that. I think it's finance last so that they can get the.
Yeah. It'll be finance tomorrow or whenever production's gotten in, and then I'll keep in contact as I'm looking at the stuff in Teams or whatever the chat.
Yeah.
And if I see anything, kind of ask questions and stuff and make sure that it all looks right.
Okay.
Cool. I like that. I like just kind of meeting just for a little bit every week and then making
Yeah.
sure we all have the same decisions and not like one-on-one chat, so everybody can see what the
Right.
conversation is.
I think this will help us better to be more like knowing what everyone is doing in their section of stuff, and we can kind of just put our opinions and stuff out there, and we can discuss stuff. So we're actually, this is a team effort, not just individuals doing certain sections. But
yeah,
I think it's going to be better for us in that way. So Wednesday we have to be there early, so we won't be able to really meet that week. This week.
Yeah.
Well, if everything goes right,
do you want to make like Saturday a normal thing instead of like the Sunday? Because I can't really do Sundays. super well, like
Okay.
consistently. So if we're good with like doing, if we want, even if we want to do it at like 11 or something, or later in the morning on like Saturday, and adjust that, I would be able to make it every week that way.
Nikki, how does that work for you?
That Saturday is like perfect. for me.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's great then.
Mohammed, still work for
Yeah.
you too?
Yeah, it's work.
Cool.
Perfect.
Well, at least our core group then we'll plan on meeting on Saturdays. Let's say 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock or
Yeah, 10 or 11, either way is fine. It doesn't matter to me as long as it's like in the morning, late morning
I
or
think
whatever.
10 it's better.
I like
Okay.
10. Nikki,
Okay.
you go with 10?
Yeah.
Perfect.
Cool. Well, then I will set an invite again for Zoom. So that way we just have them already set up, and then I'll send it out to the Romanian team too and see if they can get in if they want to. And
Yeah.
either way, I'm recording this, so I'll put this on YouTube again and
Okay.
then send a link.
Cool.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Cool. Well, unless there's anything else, I'll have my WeChat, or is that what it's called? WeChat. I'll have that up, and WhatsApp. I'll have that up, and so if anybody has any questions, I'm here and all that kind of good stuff. Advisors Excel, is that the one when you're on like somebody have an address for that? Because nobody sent an
It's
address for that.
It's 29th and Fairlawn. So if you're coming from Lawrence,
Yeah,
so you'll get off on the highway. You'll actually get off on the highway on.
over by that Walmart.
Yeah, you'll actually see it from. You'll see it from the area.
Okay, yeah. So I've seen that one before over on that.
Yeah,
kinda
it's
like
right off
left
to
to
the
right.
side. It doesn't
Yeah.
look like, and there's a car dealership right next to it, and then right behind it there's a building that doesn't really. I mean, I think there might be a sign now with Advisors Excel on the front of it, but it's kind of obvious when you see it.
Perfect. Yeah, no, I know which one that is.
Fairlawn is the address area.
Cool. Yeah, across the street from BB Theaters, where that new theater place
That
opened
new
up.
place. It's not. It's kind of across the street back then. Like that's my area. I live over in this area. So,
Ah, okay.
but you'll kind of like if you go see the theater, you'll turn right. If you're going down Fairlawn, or the other direction, it'd be left. But it's tucked back in there behind the dealership, that Nissan dealership.
Cool.
So if you need directions or anything, you can just send a WhatsApp and I'll try to help you find it.
Oh yeah, no, I pulled it up on Google Maps right now. I'm looking directly at it. So
Yeah, and they have 2 different locations now. I think they finished building one somewhere on, I think it's on Gage or something. I can't remember exactly, but they have another area that they're starting to expand into.
cool. Thanks.
All right.
All right. Well, unless there's anything else, is everybody pretty good with where they're at and good to sign off?
I think we're
Yeah,
good.
thank you.
Feel a lot more cohesive now, I think, than in the past few weeks. But
Yeah, I think we just needed to be more like just communication stuff. Like it's just how it is. But
Nikki, you feeling good? Everything good with you?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. I'm just gonna not produce as much.
All right.
yep, I think that's a good for at least this year. We'll talk about it next weekend and see if that works. But I think we're good for this week at least.
Yep. And that's good since we got this thing coming up. So, well, unless there's anything else,
We're good to go.
cool.
Have a good Easter.
Yep. Have a good Easter for all you.
You too, guys.
Easter, and
Thank
if
you.
not, have a good weekend, and we will talk to you on WhatsApp and see you on Wednesday.
All right.
Okay. Thank you, guys. Have a good Easter.
Thank you.